It is August 21st, 2020. We're here on the rooftop of the house located at 11382 Capilla Road in San Diego, California, 92127. We walked the perimeter of the property. We did not see any clean-outs on the outside for the kitchen, which is on an exterior wall, and then nothing on the front yard or driveway or inside the garage, but there could be some in the garage, and they're just possibly buried under a lot of the personal belongings of the current occupant. So we're here on the rooftop. We're here over the bathroom vent. We're going to go down this long, straight, vertical vent. Hopefully it stays straight most of the way so we can get our cable all the way down here with the camera. There's two T-junctions right there that pick up the other vents for the sink and tubs and showers for that bathroom. T-junction there. Twist and turn right there, another T-junction, and then here's our transition into the horizontal line right here. So we're now out of all the venting and we're in the actual sewer main for the house. We have another turn on the ABS right here. Push through that, there we go. So this is all black plastic ABS pipe, which you prefer to see. You don't usually want to see cast iron pipe. There's a T-junction right here that's picking up the other bathrooms downstairs, and the back side of that also might even pick up the kitchen. Here's the other T-junction. A little bit of cobwebs just there. That's just glue coupling. So we're basically looking to see that everything is draining out of the system, so we don't want to see any pockets or areas of water that's being held really deep, which is what we call a sag. We're obviously still looking for root intrusions. Once it gets out past the property, the plastic can still have a crack in it, and also might transition to clay pipe or concrete if it's not plastic after the property line, depending on what the city and their developers put in the neighborhood. So, as you can see, still all black ABS plastic. So you can see right there we have a T-junction vertically right there. Now this could be where we're at. This could be where the laundry and the utility sink that maybe used to be there does dump into the line, or this could be a buried clean out. So this is right at about 61 feet here from the roof vent that we're at. So we'll pull back to this and locate to see where we're at in case it is a clean out that's in the garage, so we can make notation. But we'll continue down the line right here. Turn on the line, still all plastic, still in perfect condition. Okay, here we have what we call the property line clean out. So here's where the horizontal pipe is ending, and then it's making a full 90-degree turn right here. And on the top of this turn is a T-junction actually, and there's a lid to that. Now it may not have been brought to surface originally, or it might have just been covered up by a little bit of the landscaping over the years. So we'll also locate this. Now we'll see if we're able to make this turn right here. Sometimes this is a hard 90-degree turn, and then there'll be another 90 after that, because this horizontal pipe will have to make a change in depth after this property line to become horizontal again. So it does look like this is a straight 90 here. So yeah, we don't have much pushability when we're out this kind of distance to get all the way sweep through this turn. So you can see we're making a hard 90 and looking down right here. Sometimes we can run some water and it can help a little bit, but typically at this distance where we're at of almost 80 feet, it's really not going to continue to push much past that 90 even if we initially make the turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull right back here to this T-junction. We're going to go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and locate this on the property. Okay, so we've gone ahead and located this pipe right here at this change of direction, and again called the property line clean out. We've located in the front yard. When you're walking up to the house, it's just to the left of the driveway under the DG that they've got compacted there in the front yard since it's all hardscape. So we dug a few inches down with a prodding rod, and there's no cap or clean out lid underneath there a little bit. So The pipe is again only 27 inches deep, and that's to the bottom of the pipe. So with that clean out being the top of the pipe and then extended slightly above that, it's probably only barely 1.5 feet deep until you get to the top lid. It might be farther up than that, but it'd have to be dug down to see. So we're not exposing it right now with the little bit of digging that we tried. So we've marked it with a green flag denoting the path of and the depth of where this is located at, and we'll show that when we bring our camera back down to ground level. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull back to the 61-foot mark that we saw earlier, because this could be a clean out that is in the garage possibly, and so then from that short distance we'd probably be able to make that 90-degree turn and then continue down the system. So that's just a coupling right there with a fitting. So just a few more feet back here, and then we'll pause again to locate this other possible clean out. So there, right there, we believe that might be a clean out in the garage. If not, it's going to be where the laundry dumps into the line. So you can see a vertical opening there. At least it appears to be, with some of the shadows. So we're going to park our camera right here. We're going to pause and locate this. Okay, so we have water running right now because we went ahead and located this T right here, and this is just outside the garage, and there happens to be a little dirt area with some rocks in it, but we dug down quite a few inches, almost 6, and there's nothing brought to surface in this one. So we're going to push back forward with this water running, see if we can somehow make this turn all the way or even part of the way at this property line. We don't suspect there's any issues with the system, but we'll give it an attempt here. Oh, we were able to get through there. We got lucky for that bottom turn. I don't know if we're going to make the next 90 here. We can see what appears to be the transition to clay pipe. We did make that turn. Pull back just a little bit. Let's give it one more try here. We're going to let this keep recording while we do this, but again, it's not looking like we're going to get much more than a few inches past the second 90 and just to the beginning of the clay pipe. So it does transition to 4-inch clay pipe. This hub right here doesn't have any roots. That's what we're usually looking for in clay. So we're going to pause the video while we go ahead and shut the water off to the system. Okay, so you can see we just have a little bit of residual water running down the line right now, and so we have this clean transition to the 4-inch clay. We cannot push down the line anymore because of the distance, and we were out, and we were actually really lucky, as we mentioned, to get through the 290s. So essentially we made that 90 at the T-junction, then we went down just a few feet, and then we made another 90. And so for the push rod of a camera, it just can't push through any farther than that. So basically we know we've got a clean junction here, and we assume there's probably not any other roots or issues with the clay beyond. We're basically looking for in clay that there would be no sags, just like any pipe. We're looking for roots, and then we're looking for any misaligned or cracked pipes. So it's unlikely there's any big issues because the current homeowner that's here doesn't have these cleanouts brought to surface. So if they were having trouble with the system, they would have needed to expose that because a plumber would not be able to clean this from the rooftop. It's a very high-pitched roof, and it's only a small 2-inch vent access that we went through. So they would either be pulling a toilet, which is very messy, dirty, and doesn't accomplish much, or bringing that out. So it's unlikely there's any issues beyond this point, but that's why we've gone ahead and marked the property line clean out, so that if somebody did want to dig down there one day, bring that higher up to surface, you'd have an access point if there ever was an issue. Now this is, again, still the homeowner's responsibility to clear and maintain this line, even though it's from here, it eventually goes under the city sidewalk, the frontage road, and then the actual street itself. Only if the line is completely broken or collapsed one day would the city actually fix or repair this line for the homeowner, and a licensed plumber would have to do a video recording showing that and submit what's called a plumber's report to the city. Very slim to none that would happen, but we're just want to give you the information since we couldn't get all the way out on this, but we don't have too many worries about this. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video, pull our camera all the way back out, and move down to the ground level to show you the buried property line clean out that we recommend one day possibly be brought to surface. Okay, so we move down to ground level here in front of the garage. So right here where this yellow flag is, it's marked PLCO, which again is the property line clean out. You can see the bottom of the pipe is 27 inches. So right here underneath this flag is where the horizontal line comes to the T-junction, comes up slightly for the clean out, and vertically drops down to get deeper for the rest of the lateral line to then go under and pass out to the street. So if in case the flag gets lost, you can see from the edge of the sidewalk, we've got our tape measure. It's 90 inches exactly to the sidewalk from this point, and then it's exactly 20 inches from the edge of the driveway here over to this flag. So you can see 20 inches right there to the flag. So 20 inches away to the left and 90 in front of the sidewalk. And you could dig down to here, and it could be as little as 6 to 8 inches. It could be a foot, foot and a half. It's going to be 2 feet at the very most, if not even that, because that's the bottom of the pipe, and it's going to extend quite a few inches up, at least 7 inches up minimum. So everything else is good on the property, has a clean bill of health, so that concludes the recording.